Hello to all who are stopping by my channel today. I had a really enlightening conversation for about a little over 2 hours with a friend of mine from New York. And we were discussing a lot of things. I was doing most of the talking, obviously, as you can tell. And something that I took away from that conversation that I feel I need to remember. So I'm going to share it with you, and then when I don't think I'll forget, but if I should, it'll be here for you to come and look at and see that I know why this works. Okay, a lot of people in the world see something that they don't like and then scream and throw more hate at it, or they throw more fire on the fire, and I used to be one of those people. If I didn't like something, I talked about how bad it was and complained about it, and what I realized is that nothing changes by being negative about it. It doesn't change. It makes you feel worse, and the situation doesn't change. But what happens to you is that you don't feel so great, and you wind up having more and more experiences that look like what you're feeling. So I've come to understand that. No one told me. It would have been nice, but hey, I think those lessons that we learn on our own probably stick better with us than if someone tells us. I don't know why. And I used to think, oh, I wish somebody would have told me all the things that I'm learning, but I think that it's probably going to stick to me better that I learned it myself and that I can pass it on to someone else and help them. So, for example, someone that I know on Facebook put up this video about, do black women, something about hating their hair or being black or something like that. And he was calling them bees and referring to men as the N-word and calling women hoes, all that stuff. And so my comment was that I didn't see how calling them these hoes or men the N-word was supposed to change things. This was something that he really felt strongly that he didn't like. And if you see something that you don't like, I would think that telling the person how maybe it could be better, if you were in a position to do that, might work better than sitting up and calling them names and feeling negative and feeling bad, because now he's got all this negative energy, and it almost feels like the word venom is a better way to describe what's coursing through his veins, because no community is about to leave the planet, and he somehow believes that the black community is headed for Armageddon. Not true. But I do respect the fact that he's entitled to his opinion. But if people want to feel good about what's going on the planet, not only do you have to allow people to be themselves and do what feels good to them, but you also cannot have all these negative emotions, and then you're running through your mind and coursing through your circulation, your circulatory system, and then wonder why you're having problems. You're not sleeping at night. You've got anxiety. You're not feeling well. It's what you're thinking. If you're looking at someone else and thinking they look awful, or they're overweight, or she's too dark, or she's too light, or I can't stand white people, or whatever kind of people that you can't stand, now you know what? It's your thinking. Change your thinking, change your life. It's a cliche thing, and it's way overused, but it is so true. If you change how you think, the things you think about will change. Wow, I'm sorry. Another cliche thing, but true nonetheless. I used to hear those for about the last 4 years, and I think I'm not getting it. But I stuck with it because I wanted to get rid of my negative thoughts. I was tired of having negative thoughts. I mean, day in and day out, from the time I woke up in the morning to the time I went to bed at night. I couldn't even go to sleep some nights because the negative thoughts were running through my mind so rapidly about myself, about my spouse, my neighborhood, my friends, my kids, everything. I didn't have a positive thought about anyone or anything for any reason at any time. Different story today. The drugs didn't help me and counselors didn't help me. I asked God and I said, listen, I'm not going to the Kingdom Hall. I'm not going to church. Okay? If you could talk to the prophets the way everybody wants me to believe that you talk to the prophets in the Bible, then you can talk to me. If you're no respecter of person, you can talk to me and tell me how I can get over this, how I can have more wisdom, how I can have more success in my life. And I just got quiet and said, thank you for the answer. I didn't have to go anywhere or do anything but that. Changed my thinking, my life changed. I feel better more often than I don't feel good. And that for me is an accomplishment because I thought, oh, well, I'll take this medication and that's it. No, I felt horrible on medication. And this year and in this month, it is now 6 years with no prescription medication. None whatsoever. And it's such an awesome feat for me because when you have a spinal cord injury, doctors say you need to take medication. And that's not true. It just isn't. And I'm so happy and grateful for this 6-year anniversary, for getting rid of all of my negative thoughts, and for changing my life again. I mean, you have intervals where your life changes every 7 years or every 5 years, or maybe it changes every 6 months for some people. But it's been 6 years and things are changing along the way and getting better and better and better. And I am getting better and better all the time. So I'm so grateful that you stopped by my channel. Thank you for listening. Please comment, rate, or subscribe. And give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed what I had to say. Leave me a video response if it's something positive that you would like to share. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye for now.